What is the best business credit card to have? Well, I have a lot to say about it because I'm not Susie Orman. I'm not Dave Ramsey. I'm not going to tell you to not have a credit card. I'm going to tell you absolutely have to have a credit card to be successful. Have to. And you have to learn to use them properly because I believe credit cards could be investment cards if you really, really use them to their full effect. So let's get right to it, right? Which credit cards are the best cards? And I have a lot to say about them. So the thing I want to talk about first is how do you identify the best business card for your financial growth and your business growth? The second thing I want to talk about are strategies to actually get the most amount and the most credit given your conversation. It's so critical. Your conversation with the credit card companies will vary, and your conversation is going to determine how much money you're going to get, how much credit you're going to get, and how much worthiness you're going to get of being fundable. And the last thing I want to talk about are the mistakes. So we see over and over and over. So we get you in started the right way, and then you start making mistakes by the way you choose your cards, and again, just your overall utilization. So let's jump in. What is the best credit card? So how do you determine the best business card for your financial and business growth? Well, I'm a huge fan, and actually this is a shout out to American Express. You should sponsor me because you're all over my channel because I think you're the best. So there's a lot of good ones. So I'll just go down the list. American Express is great. Discover is right next to it. Chase actually has some really great points and great processes. Citibank, some. The banks themselves, like if you go just get a credit card from Wells, a credit card from B of a credit card from a financial institute, not as many benefits. You're not going to get the miles rewards and the kind of point structures you could get if you went to the big financial institutes. So which one's best? Personally, I like the Platinum American Express. Why? Because I travel a lot. Now, for those of you who don't travel a lot, there are a few other kinds of American Express that are going to give you more points for, say, food, hotels, things that may be more local, gas, supplies that are more in your area. So you also may want to operate on a variety of them. Like just recently in the last couple of years, we've been just huge fans of Hilton. I'm a Hilton's Diamond member. And again, Hilton, you should sponsor me. We have a very specific American Express that gets you 6 times the points just to book hotels. So there's this variety of points. So if you're hearing me, the double up that you can do by actually using a card, getting and buying the thing you're buying and get their points is a double up. You basically are getting points, say, toward an airline and getting points towards American Express by using their card. You even get more sometimes if you use their booking services. So really look at the benefit package to a business. Now, if you go to a credit unions are typically for employees. Now, a few of them, because of COVID, have gotten a little bit better and are targeting entrepreneurs. I still don't see their services being quite as effective as the big ones. Again, American Express, Discover, Chase, Citibank. The big ones are going to be the bigger service providers for you and the bigger award points and the more diversity of the use. You want to make sure you have a 0% usage, 0% use, pay them off every month. So a big mistake on how to pay them off is that you pay them off at the same time. When I get to the big mistakes on utilization at the end, I'll give you more details on what not to do so you don't blow it from the beginning. Now, how do you actually get a huge line? Well, you've got to do a lot of your applications, I think, within about a 24 to 48 hour period because they're going to hard pull your credit. So I'd say apply for 4, 5, 6, 7 all at one time. And the narrative is this, right? I'm on track, especially if you're being mentored by me and coached by me, right? You shouldn't be making less than 6 figures. So I'm on track to make 120, 150, 180, whatever you are doing. And you NIL scholarship athletes out there, you are actually, or just scholarship athletes in general. Scholarship is your cost of attendance, right? Your COA. So that is income that you're essentially making. It's just coming in the form of, your tuition, your food, and the scholarship for any athlete. It's very, very important you start understanding a lot of these terms and what it really does and applies to you. So apply for all of them, 4 to 6, 7, maybe even 8 cards in one moment. And when you have conversations, when they're going to send you back, you're approved, you're denied, or you're approved for a set limit. You're going to pick up that phone and say, I'm on track to make X dollars this year. I need a larger range. I need like $25,000, $40,000, $50,000 line that I can use to buy supplies, buy equipment, pay people, whatever you're going to use the money for. You need to let them know so they increase your lines. I've had business owners go straight up and got $250,000 approved like right away because their business plan and their plans would show that they're going to make a couple $1,000,000. Why not put it on points and double up the value instead of just using your debit card and paying cash? You don't want the money to come right out of your account. You want to use other people's money, which is the power of using a card. You basically are using the card and you have 30 days free before you have to pay it off. Now, do you have to make the money in between to actually, pay the complete bill? Yes. So obviously there's some strategy on the sales details to how you're going to use them and when you're going to use them, which one you're going to use them. You can get a lot right away. It's those of you who apply for a card now and then maybe next month you try again and next month you try again. There's too many hard pulls. Your credit, number one, is going to go down, and you're not going to have that big value conversation to the card companies to increase your lines the minute you get approved. So before I continue on to the mistakes, which are huge, and then how to use these cards properly for the most advantage, I need you to subscribe to my channel. I want you to hear 5 days a week. It's family friendly. And by the way, I think that your kids 12, 13, 14 should be getting one of your cards. You can do a very specific card for them to use. You can do a limited card. You can do a prepaid card, but get them used to not just using their debit card in their bank, but using a credit card. And my daughter does that. She's done it for years. And then she itemizes my credit card, which affects my credit. So we pay it off every month. But some of it is things that I would be buying for her, some of the things she would be buying. And so whatever needs to be hers, she pays back. And then she pays the part that was something she bought that is a business deduction. She pays, back to the company pays her. So we are huge about expense reports and tracking money and who's responsible to pay. Is it you or the company? And a lot of you, I can just tell you, you personally are paying for way too much, which is why you're overpaying taxes, because you're paying yourself too much money and you're paying for too many things like your phone. That could be 100% deduction. Education, 100% deduction. Mentoring with me, any of my work. If you want to go buy books, this should be bought through your company, 100% deductible, because this is financial and business education for you and your company. So a lot of you, not only is your credit card utilization wrong, it's what you're paying for. What I call the forecast of your spending is completely wrong. So love to help you, love to fix all that, but here's some very specific tips to make sure you keep your credit strong. Pay it off every month. Now, if you're just meeting me and getting started, page 194 of the Millionaire Maker gives you the Millionaire Maker's process to how to get out of debt for bad debt, because you do want to get out of bad debt. But for good debt, you want to use these cards aggressively. I have clients that actually pay their mortgage on their cars so they can get points. I have them pay all their bills on their points, right? I have people who use their cards to pay all bills and then just pay 4, 5, 6 cards off every month, and that's their payment structure. And the benefit of, say you have 4 cards, you want to pay 1 a week, right? So you pay this one off and it's down, and then week 2 you pay off the second card, the week 3 and week 4, but you want to start using again. See, the financial services gives you huge corporate credit and credit rewards by using the system. They want to see you can make it. They see you're spending it. You're responsible in your use. You keep those cards to 0%, and you increase your utilization. You also increase your ability to get a lot bigger line of credit. I have companies that actually have an unlimited amount. I can spend as much as I want on one card. I can spend up to $1 million and not get stopped. Some of you have $2,500 limits. I can't even imagine how that's even functioning for you. So do this right. Use your cards right. Use it as a corporate benefit for you and your family. And let me help you live corporate life. So in the description, always in my description is a stock 2 tickets to my Millionaire Intensive that teaches you how to live this corporate life I'm talking about. And it just dig in. Go up to the search bar at any time and look, just put, credit cards as investment cards, credit card versus debit cards. I have so many playlists that are done just for credit card use and appropriate use. So take advantage at any point when you have questions, like make a list, get back to askloral.com, ASKLORAL, ask a question, make a request. I'm here every day just for you to educate you and move you into the right action. Talk to you tomorrow.